There are a couple of people who are in trouble as of today. On May the 16th, 2025, 10 inmates escaped from the Orleans Parish Justice Center in New Orleans. Some of these men were in jail for serious crimes like murder and robbery. They broke out by taking a part of the toilet in their cell, crawling through a wall into a maintenance area, then getting out through a loading dock. They even used blankets to climb over a fence and run across a busy highway in order to get away. The escape happened roughly about 1 in the morning, but jail workers didn't realize it until hours later during a routine check. A few of the people who worked at the jail have been suspended because they might have helped them out or just plain weren't doing their jobs. Investigators found graffiti inside the escape route that said "Too easy," laughing out loud, which makes them think that this escape was planned. Let's run this clip.
Back to this massive story we're covering out of New Orleans, Louisiana. 11 escaped inmates. There is a manhunt underway at this hour. We have a brand new statement in from the Attorney General of Louisiana. She says, quote, "Someone clearly dropped the ball and there is no excuse for this. I'm in communication with Troop NOLA and the LA State Police, Louisiana State Police Superintendent Colonel Hodges. It's all hands on deck. The first priority in any escape must be the immediate capture of the inmates in coordination with state and local law enforcement. But that effort cannot come at the expense of timely notification to the public, which is also critical to keeping communities safe. My office will do whatever it takes to determine how this happened and make sure that it won't happen again. I'm calling on a full investigation. This is beyond unacceptable. And once these offenders are back in custody, there must be real accountability." John, this, as we have more brand new information, that they do not have 2 of those back in custody. We were reporting, per their statement, that they had caught 2 and put back into jail 2 of these escaped inmates. They are now issuing a correction from the sheriff's office that only 1 inmate has been captured. There are 10 still on the run.
Yeah, and that fellow was captured in the French Quarter. Had not gone that far. No idea where all of the other inmates went, if they stayed in the city or if they're trying to get out of the city. I mean, there's lots of places to hide in Louisiana. There's no question about that. But full-scale press, manhunt underway to try to get these inmates back because, as you pointed out, Sandra, some of them are very dangerous. We don't know if they've managed to arm themselves since their escape. You could bet, given what they were in jail for, that they are people that you don't want to encounter.
Okay, so a little more information here from the sheriff's office on the 1 captured inmate, Kendell Myles, currently back in custody. He's being rebooked at the facility for a new charge of what they're calling simple escape. The deputies found him hiding underneath a car at a local hotel on Royal Street. He was in a parking garage at the hotel, John. He was then transported back to the jail by the Louisiana State Police. The remaining individuals are still being actively pursued, and our deputies, in collaboration with local and state law enforcement, are working tirelessly to locate and return them to custody. The sheriff's office also says there will be a briefing top of the hour about 16 minutes from now in front of the Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office. That obviously will be a moment where we hope to get more information on the search for these inmates, John.
In New Orleans, 10 inmates, at least one of them a convicted murderer, broke out of a jail. And officials say there are indications they had inside help.
The escape was first noticed at a headcount this morning, but the police were not informed until 2 hours later. Katie Weiss is in New Orleans.
The Orleans Parish Sheriff's Office says the prisoners removed a toilet in this cell and cut a hole in the thin wall they could crawl through. The inmates scrawled obscene messages for the guards. One was misspelled "too easy." Sheriff Susan Hudson.
They were still able to exit the jail about 1:01 a.m. After breaching a wall behind a toilet in the jail. They were seen exiting a door on the docks where we normally bring in supplies, scaling a wall and running across the interstate shortly thereafter.
The jailbreak wasn't detected until guards did a morning head count 7 hours after the escape. 9 total hours passed before the sheriff alerted the public.
You got to go inside the facility to be able to see. They could have been anywhere. Then we had to first prioritize talking to victims to make sure they were safe.
One inmate was captured hiding under a car in a hotel garage in the French Quarter. Among those on the loose are 3 accused of murder. Derek Groves was convicted in a 2018 Mardi Gras shooting. Police believe the escapees are armed and dangerous.
We do acknowledge there is no way people can get out of this facility without there being some type of lapse in security.
The sheriff's office is laying blame on the city for not funding prison security upgrades, saying they've been asking for help for 5 years. You said you've been asking for money for a long time. How much money do you need at this point?
The locks alone, I believe, are
5.2 million.
Yeah,
just for the locks.
Just the locks.
1.2 million just for the locks.
5.2 million.
5.2. And Louisiana's Attorney General has called this prison break unacceptable, saying that the public should have been notified sooner. John, Maurice?
And Katie, you were telling us earlier today that some construction work on site may hold some key clues in the case.
Absolutely. Just a block away from here, the prison is currently undergoing a construction of a new facility for specific inmates that are facing mental health issues. And as a result of that, one of the things that's under investigation is whether or not these inmates were able to obtain power tools from that site. That's still something that they're going to keep looking into. But
they hate you. You're going to die. I don't want to do this.